Can't get them both right.
That's all right. Take your time.
All right, there we go. Now let's climb a little bit.
IFR training is like going to the gym.
Repetition, repetition.
It really is like a workout. It's a muscle that needs exercise.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone. A few lessons into my IFR training, my instructor Allan had me start learning about holds. Overall, I think it's gone pretty well, and in fact, my early holds on that first day were probably better than some of my later ones, as he started throwing more complex instructions and entry patterns at me. But on the whole, I've been pretty pleased with my hold work. Come along as I revisit some of the holding patterns we worked through.
All right, let's talk holds, I guess. So there was a whole bunch of steps with T-safe. We kind of broke it down into three. Safe was last. Do you remember what some of those first three items were for the T's?
Throttle, so get to the speed you want, slow down as much as you can,
Yep.
to a reasonable speed.
I'd say this speed that you're current at is probably fine, right?
Yeah, 100 to 210 miles an hour, something like that.
Yep.
Okay. Get the timer set up.
Yeah, so you said you're going to use your phone, I guess, so let's use that. That's a good idea. Like how you've got it set up
going,
there.
And then, stopwatch. Okay.
What else?
Traffic, this is Passenger 150.
Touch. And touch is one of the most important ones, because people often will forget.
Don't do it.
Yeah, let's do that. This doesn't hurt anything if we touch it now, right?
That's true.
So you can see once it says course, then it's suspended.
Yeah.
So now if you twisted the course needle and we put this on the nav page, you'll see that the gentle line will move.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just basically center it so it's going direct tail up. Very good.
One of the things I struggled with a bit was the entry planning method that he showed me. At first I thought it was a completely different one than the ones I'd learned both during ground school as well as in some of the videos I'd seen from YouTubers like The Finer Points and M0A. But as I thought through it a bit, I realized that it's the same as the thumb method that Jason from The Finer Points talks about, just said a little differently and simplified a bit.
Good. Now if we were just given a simple hold on your inbound track, what kind of a hold entry is that always going to be?
Direct.
Simple direct, right?
Yep.
What if we were told something like hold west of tail up on an inbound track of 090? What would that mean?
West of tail on inbound track of 090, so I'm heading right to it. Right?
Yep.
So basically up, so it's 30, add 70 to that, so it's about 010. And then you said 090 over here, but I'm looking at, so that would be offset.
Well, let's make it real simple, right? Remember, it's POD, right?
Yeah.
We know that we split it diagonally in two, and it would be a right thumb up, 20 degrees.
Oh, so that's the offset. This is parallel.
Yeah, so it'd be parallel. So if we got a clearance for that, we go something like this. Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, hold west of tail up, inbound track 090, expect further clearance time 23 Zulu, maintain 3000 or whatever. And then you'd be expected to read that back.
So, Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, hold west of tail up on inbound track 090, expect further clearance at, was it 23?
23 Zulu, good, and maintain 3000, great job.
3000.
So let's try that. We'll do the little, the parallel technique. So we've done our throttle, we've done our time, and we've done our touch.
Yeah.
We just did the turn, we briefed the turn. And in a moment, when we get to the fix, we're going to have to actually turn.
Yep.
Then we're going to be twisting the OBS to an inbound track of 090. And there's no talking required because there was no talking in the hold clearance.
Okay.
We'll go outbound for a minute and then turn inbound.
Do you want me to do it on the autopilot? Or?
You can do it on the autopilot, sure, for this first one, just to kind of get comfortable going through the procedure. I generally do the safe stuff later.
Yeah.
Because right now, we don't have a lot of time. We got to focus on aviating.
Okay. Driving waypoint.
Roger.
So, and turn this to 090. Right, and then since I'm on autopilot, point this to the tail because I want to go outbound.
Area traffic says no 172, Golf Foxtrot, Quebec, 6 miles to the north of Oshawa, 4,500, en route to Barry Sound.
And then I like to cross-check the track.
Yeah.
And I'll just make the adjustment with the bug. So if I see, okay, I'm already at about 280, I'm going to need a little bit more to the left.
Yeah.
Just estimate it. That'll give you a nice, clean hold entry. Beautiful. So now we got some time. Maybe we look at the speed, the safe part of T-safe. Remember what the S stood for?
I've already forgotten.
That was speed. So
Speed, right.
appropriate
So
speed.
a little bit high, but not bad.
Well, that's fine. You know, if the airplane's holding altitude at this speed, pick something that's easy.
Okay.
Why fight any more than you have to? So we like the speed, we like the altitude, right? That's the A. We're supposed to be 3,000, we're at 3,000. The expected further clearance time was
2300 Zulu.
And the fuel I usually work out last. So let's imagine our minimum IFR fuel was 30 gallons, and we took off with 40. How long could you hold?
An hour.
Perfect. Okay, next question. What way are we going to turn when we hit the 1 minute mark?
We're going to turn left because we're coming back towards tail.
Very good.
Yeah. And then it'll be all rights. So that's a minute.
Yep.
So stop. Turn it left. I don't want it to be 090, I want it to be towards Caleb. Right?
Well, we're going to look at the CDI, right? So the CDI is going to tell you where, but generally it's always going to be somewhere on this side.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. If you draw this out, see that we're crossing that line? I would basically just bug wherever the CDI is pointing to. So if it's pointing to 060, fly 060. If it's 045, go 045.
Sorry, but if what is pointing to 060?
The CDI deflection, right? So if the CDI is, right now it's pointing to like, what?
Gotcha, yeah.
80
so
degrees
like
maybe, or something like that.
75. I should have started the timer so I could see how the wind was doing, but...
Well, in our case, we got ground speed, right? So we can just kind of, you can't really do the timing on the inbound leg here.
Yeah.
But you can note the ground speed in and the ground speed out.
Yeah.
And that will give you the timing for the hold.
Okay. Oh, just crossed over the hold, or the waypoint. Fix.
Perfect.
So let's start to turn it.
So we're just waiting for the flag to switch. See how it's still a from flag? It looks like a to flag, but the head's up here, right?
Oh yeah, right.
So just get ready with your timer. Once it flips, we know we're good to go. And the reason is we're into a headwind, right? So the wind pushed us.
So I actually want to be a little bit this way.
You want 270 even, I guess. Flag switch yet? Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, it should any second now.
Yeah, because we had a tail.
There you go.
There we go. Start.
Now let's look at the ground speed. We got 90 here. On the other end we had what, 115? 113?
Yeah.
So what's the difference in wind? Inbound, outbound?
It's about 11 and a half. 11, well.
Oh, 113, that's 13 plus that. So yeah, call it 20. Oh, let's shave off, let's add 20 seconds to the outbound because we're fighting the headwind right now.
Okay.
So let's go outbound for
120.
120, try that. Or you just do a minute, right? And you adjust on the second one. I mean, see how we do. Let's turn inbound and let's see the change in ground speed as we make this turn. I bet you it'll start to increase here.
Yep, already.
We're right into it right now, and now it's starting to increase. Anyways, the idea is that the first one's never perfect.
Yeah.
You do two, the second one you want to improve a little bit.
Okay.
So if on this first one your CDI was nice and centered, but the timing was off, you try and improve the timing on the second one.
Okay. And so I start this as soon as I'm on the right.
Wings level, essentially inbound.
Okay.
But yeah, that's come in perfectly. I mean, look at how nicely that's centering for you. And basically just keep being patient.
Crosswind.
Once those wings go level inbound, right about now. Start. I can tell you it's going to work out pretty well because you've got ET, right?
Yeah.
So you can see that this is a brilliant hold. I mean, you've nailed it. If you did it like this in the flight test, you're doing one. Because he's going to say, well, it was perfect. Right. There's nothing to improve on. So the way we did that was we took the difference in numbers.
Yeah.
And we took that difference in numbers, and that's the seconds you adjust.
Back, I'm at
Real easy.
4,500. I'll be on the east side.
And it doesn't always work because the winds change.
Right now, so I don't think there should be any conflict.
And sir, what's your position exactly right now?
1 mile east of Sunderland at 4,500.
So upon crossing here, we'd say established in the hold. Actually, at the end of the hold entry, you're established. This is the end of your first lap through the hold.
Yeah.
So the flag switch and you're 1 minute exact. So yeah, you can't get much better than that. So we're going to have to just leave this hold and try another one. So this next one we can do a little bit of hood flying and hand flying. So same thing, we'll put the hood on. When you're ready, just click the autopilot. I'll give you a couple turns and then you'll be cleared direct to the fix.
Okay, so putting the hood on.
Well, Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, surveillance is down. Could you tell me your inbound track and distance to Taleb?
Inbound track currently 318, distance 4.7 nautical miles.
Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, Toronto, or Trenton, Roger. I've got a hold clearance for you. Advise ready to copy.
Ready to copy, Golf Charlie Foxtrot.
Golf Charlie Foxtrot Whiskey, hold northwest of Taleb. Inbound track 135 degrees. Expect further clearance time 23 Zulu.
Hold northwest of Taleb, inbound track 135 degrees. Expect further clearance 2400 Zulu?
Yeah, something like that. 23, I think.
23, okay. 135.
And I got control. You can just relax for a second. And that's very common. A lot of people do exactly what you just did. But what's the problem with twisting
I haven't done that yet.
But are you at the hold right now?
No.
You're not, right? So one thing you need to do is navigate to the fix using the HSI. And we really can't twist until we've hit the fix. And at that point, we'll be able to twist it. If we had two OBSs, like an HSI and OBS, you could do that. Or if you had an RMI. Okay, so we've done the first three. Those are the important ones. I mean, the next one's very important, of course. Brief the turn. So the second set of T's would be turn, twist, and talk. But in our case, we'll brief the turn or the entry for the hold.
Okay. So we want inbound 135. All right. So that's from the.
Here's the secret.
Yeah.
Just listen for the hold direction. What was the hold direction from the fix?
135.
It was northwest, right?
Yeah.
So northwest is in what quadrant?
Over here.
Northwest is.
Northwest is here. Oh, actually looking at that, right.
Yeah.
It's over here.
Yeah, so what section of the POD is that?
So that's offset.
Okay, let's do an offset entry when we get to the fix.
2 miles east of the airport for inbound next. Golf Charlie.
So then offset is go straight past it and then turn around and get back on the 135 track heading towards the waypoint.
Got it.
Alright, so that just flipped, but I want to keep going on the same heading.
Well, if we just hit it, yeah, 30 degrees off of the inbound. So what I would do is twist now. So twist to the inbound course. 135.
Okay.
And then, yeah, you want 30 degrees off that. So maybe go, I don't know, 30 is to be 275. So you bug a heading at 275, start your timer like you did, and we'll hold that for a minute or so.
Alright. 285 actually. 30 degrees. Okay, so get onto the heading and then start the timer and see how long the inbound leg is and then adjust.
Well, really you just care about the ground speed. You don't care about the timing.
Oh, okay.
Yet, right? We will care about the timing when we're in the hold.
Right.
But if we check the ground speed in, we check the ground speed out, we've got our hold timing for free. Heck, why not?
Yeah.
Perfect, yeah, I like how you're twisting the bug. Just keep the turn going.
Alright, so heading inbound-ish now. Ground speed's 114 knots.
Next Google traffic, Oscar Whiskey
94, so that's
at 3,500.
So it seems like inbound we're going to have the tailwind, and outbound we're going to have the headwind.
Google Island heading towards Lindsay Airport.
Google traffic, this is Cessna 150, Foxtrot Yankee Alpha. Level 3000, waking over Lake School Island, 3000.
Good, cross-check your track
Foxtrot Yankee Alpha.
and make the correction to the left by about 15 degrees, and bug it. It seems like almost a direct tailwind.
Yeah.
Maybe a slight tailwind from the right.
A little bit more.
Yeah, well, you're arriving, right? You're coming up right over the
there we go,
waypoint now.
over there. So,
Cool.
flip that around.
Good. Keep the turn standard rate. Good job. Yeah, so you're making these holds look pretty easy there, Kamel. I'm impressed.
That's reassuring, thank you.
Had a good instructor there.
Over the next couple of months, Allan kept having me do a hold at random to continue to build my skills and to test whether I was keeping up my knowledge of the process. I think I did fairly well across offset and parallel entries, correcting for drift, and timing my legs. For the most part, I think I was getting better as I went along. This one in particular I was pretty pleased with. The entry was spot on and the 3 turns I did around the pattern were pretty much identical. But then one day, I had more of a crosswind than I'd practiced before, and the whole thing completely fell apart. It goes to show you can never get complacent, and there's always room for improvement. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss the rest of the videos in this series. Until next time, fly safe.
Well, it's a beautiful evening out there. I'm sorry you're looking at a hood. Or looking at a cockpit.